2 years ago, I got into a relationship and I gained 25 pounds of fat. I became the worst version of myself. Sloppy, lazy, no drive. It was because I became addicted to comfort. The average man gains 36 pounds of fat while in a relationship. 64% say that they stop trying to look the best version of themselves once they get in a relationship. And if you're watching this, chances are you felt that too. Let me show you why this happens and how to fix it forever. The reason why you gained the weight is because you got addicted to these three things: comfort, staying stagnant, and lowering your standards. Reason number one, you got addicted to comfort. You started realizing that it's so much more comfortable, and that carried on and snowballed into every other area of your life. You stopped going to the gym because it was more convenient. You started eating junk food because it was more comfortable. You stopped prioritizing your health because it was so much more convenient to just pick comfort. It's always going to be so much more convenient. Reason number two is that you just became stagnant, both physically and mentally. You started having no movement, no exercise, and no direction towards your goals. You stopped taking action to that person that you wanted to be. Reason number three is you dropped your standards. There's a reason that you got that girl. There's a reason that you are in a relationship, and it's because you were working on yourself. You became a person that was actually attractive. But once you started getting comfortable and once you stopped moving towards your goals, your standards dropped. You no longer cared if you went to the gym. You no longer cared about eating the correct meals. You no longer cared about moving towards your goals because you got addicted to these three things. I was in this position, fat, little chubby dude. Why did I want to leave? I was comfortable. You know, all this stuff makes you feel comfortable. You know, you have your comfort, you don't really have to go anywhere, and your standards are low, so who the fuck cares? Let me tell you what happens if you decide to stay where you are. You're gonna start to lose your confidence, because you can only have confidence with competence. You can only have confidence when you know you can stick to your word, when you know you actually have abs, when you know that every single day you're moving towards your goals. The most confident people in your life are the ones that actually get shit done. The people that say they're gonna do something and then do 10 times more of that. Number two is that you get insecure. So you're gonna start projecting that energy. In turn, your relationship is also gonna go down because you're supposed to be leading the relationship, but instead you're just bringing it down. You're sinking the boat. And whether you like it or not, you are the example. You're gonna be the example in other people's lives. Whether that be your girlfriend, your family, or your kids, you're gonna be an example. Now, how do you actually get to future you? Step one is simply visualizing the man that you want to be in 10 years. Create the most detailed version of yourself in 10 years. What does he do? How does he dress? How does he present himself? What is his career? How much money does he have in his bank account? Does he have abs? Create the most visual picture you can create in your head. Number two is simply build a plan to get there. You shouldn't just be planning every year. You should be planning every week and every day. This ensures that your goals actually get met. That day in, day out, you're genuinely moving towards these goals. You're genuinely trying to become this person. Step three is simply fast from the bullshit. Every morning, wait at least 4 to 6 hours before you have your first meal. This ensures that you won't get to that fat point anymore. You're gonna start seeing your insulin reduce. You're gonna start having less cravings. You're gonna start to be in control of your body and what you're actually putting in your mouth. Not just fasting from food. Fast from vices. Vices that are keeping you stuck where you are. Vices like porn. Vices like weed. Vices like alcohol. Cut it all out. You don't need it. You don't need it if you want to become this man. Yes, have some fun here and there. But if you're doing that every single day and it's making you become and stay this person, cut it out. Step 4 is eat and train correctly. Now that you've cut out the bullshit, now it's time to implement what actually works. Focus on a whole food, single ingredient diet. Make sure everything you eat is high protein and with moderate fats and carbs. This ensures that you're properly building muscle and you're properly recovering from your workouts. That being said, you only need to work out 3 times a week. If you're training 6 times a week and you know you can't stick to it, the one thing you're gonna do is give up. Stick to just 3 days a week, allow yourself to recover, and actually stick to it long term. Go heavy on each one of these days and allow yourself to recover. And finally, walk daily. Aim for about 8 to 10,000 steps a day. Simply getting your body moving each and every day so you're not just staying inside doing nothing, which got you there in the first place. And the final step is simply tracking your progress weekly, regularly. Weigh yourself regularly, take progress photos, track your lifts, and ensure that you're actually making progress. The same thing goes with your planning. Every single day, you should be making sure that you are working towards that goal, that you are becoming that person. You are getting closer to him. Now, if you do each one of these things that I have told you to do, I promise you, not only will you lose the weight that you gained in the first place, you will form a new identity, the person that you truly want to be. Now, once I committed to making these changes, my entire relationship changed. My entire life changed. I started to actually lead in my relationship. No longer was I finding comfort in others and relying on others. People were starting to come to me for inspiration, for guidance. And because of that, my relationships got better. Because when you do these things, you don't just lose weight. You become a man that your girlfriend and your family can look up to. If you want the plan, the routines, the accountability, click the link in the description, book a call with me, and we'll see if you're a right fit for my coaching.